I went to camp wearing a pink outfit one day, and one of my classmates called me queer. And I didn't really know what that meant. I don't think he knew what it meant, but all day long and for the rest of the summer, he went around telling everyone that I was queer. So when 4th grade began, I was suddenly branded the queer guy in class.
I never had really heard the words gay until they were used in a derogatory sense.
People were not very nice. It was pretty often, I was called a fag, got a lot of death threats in my locker.
As a kid, growing up, just wanted to be like all the other boys, just wanted to fit in.
The class photo was being taken. 5 people throughout the morning told me that had been changed to the afternoon, and indeed the photograph was had still taking place in the morning, so I was in the library doing stuff and totally missed out, and I was the only kid in my class who did not make the photo because people just didn't want me there for some reason.
I didn't quite know what was going on or like what I was supposed to be feeling. I just knew that it wasn't what I had seen and what was normal.
I kind of always knew that I was a unique individual, as my mom liked to put it.
I had no idea what gay people were, what they were like. I couldn't even give a name, really, to what I was feeling or what was going on.
All of a sudden, I just knew I was different because other people saw that I was different, and they kind of picked up on it before I did.
But then it just sort of kept getting worse, and I couldn't figure it out, and my friends couldn't figure it out, and they didn't understand why I seemed so upset and so depressed.
I guess I came out when I was about 16, probably as a sophomore. That's when I had my first girlfriend, and that's when all of my friends and my family really became more aware of it.
I think at first, when I first started coming out, when I came out to my friends, I was afraid of what would happen.
It was still very scary. It was still, you know, it was 18 years of not liking myself, and it takes a lot of time to get over that.
In one foul swoop, I began to realize this night at this party, as my really dear friend told me that she was gay, that I also was gay.
Once my friends and I came out to them and it was fine, I kind of slowly worked up the courage with their help to come out to my family, and it went really well.
Someone asked me this morning when Emma came out, and I can't remember a specific moment, but I guess when I realized that she was gay and that she was you know, wanting to express herself as a gay person, it just became kind of a natural part of our family dynamics.
You know, I worried for a long time that they would hate me, that they would disown me. But you know, they were there for me. They kind of cried with me.
And it's funny because when I look back on those days that I wasn't out, I look back and I feel like claustrophobic just thinking about it.
That was like this moment where I felt like I was just, you know, it was like I'd skyrocketed out through the roof and like flew into the air, and it was like this thing that I had no idea was inside of me had all come pouring out.
And then I all of a sudden felt this intense lifting and this incredible sort of empowerment.
I mean, it's sort of cheesy, but everything does feel a little more vivid.
I wish there had been someone to tell me, you know, you're gonna end up laughing a lot. I felt like I didn't laugh for 18 years.
Keep loving yourself, keep thinking about what it is that makes you happy, and just go there and be there.
That if you're having a hard time, and you can keep in mind that other people's reflection of you doesn't define your worth, then you can get to a place where things will get better. And
you know, you really can't see beyond what's happening at that present time. You really just have to have a faith that things are going to get better in some capacity.
There's so many more people in this world who care about you, and it's so much easier when you're true to yourself.
Times are really changing, and I think that there will come a time when there are more places are more accepting of people who are openly gay.
what you think is your whole world or your whole life or your only options is just the beginning of your world and the beginning of your life and the beginning of your options.
Living a life with such amazing friends and family who are gay, and I can't imagine living without them. I couldn't live without them.
If you're struggling, I say hold on, it does get better. There are so many people out there waiting to embrace you for who you are, because everybody deserves to be in this picture.
That's when it started getting better, when I realized I wasn't alone. There were a lot of other people out there. They just weren't in my small world at first.
I think most people in their lives, continue to grow and to change. I just, turned 60 years old yesterday, so it seems to me that despite evidence to the contrary, it even will get better for a 60-year-old.
I'm here to tell you that it gets better.
It does get better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
As you get older, it will get even better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It totally gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Totally gets better.
Everything that you've ever wanted, you're gonna have. You just have to make it through this time. It gets better. I promise.
It gets better.